15 reasons why you should invest in crypto. Number one, it will be the main currency in the future. One thing that the economic crisis of 2008 showed us is the traditional banking systems are flawed. And it's been confirmed in 2020. And more people are seeing the need for viable alternatives. And that's exactly what crypto offers: a secure, decentralized form of banking that takes government and banks out of the equations. Number two, you need to get familiarized with the technology. It's the biggest technology invention since the internet. Remember back in the time when they had in the 90s when they had the big internet thing going on, when the internet first started? Same thing with this here. So if you're still not up to speed with it, you're behind. But the good news is it's still time to get started to play catch up. Number three, you will position yourself for better opportunities in this space. Sure, you can make and receive payments with a crypto account. You can use it to save, but the really big opportunity come with investing in crypto. Just take a look at Bitcoin. If you invested $100 in just 5 years ago, right? By now, $100 will be worth $2, 500, or if you got in really early with the $100 within 10 years ago, it would be worth 1.9 million. Just an example. Okay. Number four, it's a solid alternative for saving your money. We already talked about crypto's long-term upward trend. Let's compare that with regular money. If you took $100 in cash, buried it, and waited 10 years, the amount you could buy with a decade later could be a lot less than when you put it in the ground because of the inflation. And leaving it in a bank account isn't going to be much better. No, it's not. Because of the interest rates that the banks carry, which vary from zero to extremely low. Number five, you are safe from inflation. A lot of people think during the time of inflation that it's not going to be viable to have crypto. But so we're just talking about inflation. Let's spell it out in full. The problem with traditional money is that it's always going down in value. And this isn't by accident, okay? The governments and central banks do it on purpose, especially when there's a financial crisis, like the one in 2008 or the one in 2020, okay? At times like these, there's a shortage of money, and the governments try to get around it, okay, by just printing more money. You notice that they just giving out money. We got all these PPP loans. We got stimulus checks coming out. They just giving away money like paper, okay? In fact, 22% of the dollars that exist today were created in 2020. When the Federal Reserve rejected $2 trillion into the economy. Okay, so number six, it's way easier to get into crypto than you thought. Just just in case you thought you need a PhD in programming or maybe finance to get into crypto, well, tell you how. You don't need a smartphone with internet access will do nicely. Sorry about that. Correction. A smartphone with internet access will do nicely. In fact, crypto is way easier to get into that more traditional investments. First, because it's got high liquidity that you can buy and sell it easily and quickly. Second, there isn't a high threshold to getting into it. For stocks and bonds usually need to put a large sum of money, and you can't just put down $100. With crypto, you can. You can go on something like CoinDesk.com, and maybe put like a portion, like maybe $5, $10, $25, $50, $100. Yeah, you can get it started like that, or someone can refer you, and you can get a promo code or something like that, and you can get it started like that. Okay, so it is much easier to get it started just by having a simple phone, iPhone, smartphone. Doesn't matter as long as you have a phone where you have internet. Okay. Um, Number 7, no one controls your money. So if regular money is controlled by the governments and the banks, who does control crypto? Well, the beauty of crypto is that it's controlled by no one and everybody at the same time. Okay, let's take a Bitcoin. The code is stored in thousands of nodes. That means the computers of tens of thousands of people who voluntarily run Bitcoin software on their computers. There's no central authority mastermind behind it. Okay? All users effectively retain control. And it's in everyone's interest to keep the network activity in a healthy state. Okay? Number 8, the best security on the market. So if there's no big, powerful institution monitoring it, is it safe? That's what a lot of people want to know. The answer is definite yes. It's got the best security out there, and that's down to the way information is stored. Anytime a transaction takes place and a digital money gets handed over to a new user, that gets recorded permanently, okay? And it could be erased even after it's changed hands again. And remember, we said that the data is stored by tens of thousands of users, right? Unlike a bank which has one central database. If one user has an error, or if anyone tries to tamper with the information, the other tens of thousands will cross-reference each other and correct it. And the bigger the network, the more secure. And in the case of Bitcoin, that's big. And you can count on it being secure, okay? Number 9, the lowest fees by far. For any kind of investment you make, there are going to be fees. Fees for buying, selling, and even storing the investment. And this is also true of crypto. But the difference is that with crypto, fees are determined by users. It's just like if I was to send you a Bitcoin, and I said I wanted to send a Bitcoin to my friend, just to be giving it to you for a gift or selling it to you. Okay, the fees are determined by me. Okay, and that means that it's in the interest to keep them low, much lower than the ones you'll be charged by stockbrokers to invest in stocks or bonds. Okay, number 10. Blockchains is here to stay. What you have to understand about blockchain is that a Bitcoin and other crypto are built on blockchain in the same way Facebook or Google are built on the top of the internet. It's what makes crypto possible, but there's more to blockchain than crypto. We think that crypto is proof enough that blockchain is going to become more important, but just in case you need it more, let's just look at all the other things that blockchain is being used for. Okay? Big businesses is using it to record data. Companies like Pfizer, Walmart, Siemens, they use it to keep data, which is too complex for a spreadsheet to record. Healthcare providers use it to store their patient medical records safely. And there's a potential for it to grow in records of property ownership, like in real estate, okay? And in elections to keep tracks of votes and take away the need for recounts. Yes, that one will have to come in handy in 2020, okay? Number 11, high returns if done right. We already told you how much Bitcoin's gone up, right? And how the long-term trend is bound to continue upwards. So we won't repeat ourselves, but we will take the chance to tell you about a few other cryptocurrencies. In 2020, even with the pandemic in full swing, crypto have seen big gains, okay? The world's second largest crypto, Ethereum, is one of them, okay? Started the year at $145, and now it's at $600. And some are tipping it to become as popular as Bitcoin. Another one is Ripple, which is XRP. Very popular coin. Very popular crypto coin. Started the year at just over 20 cents, and now it's about 65 cents. And made others headed in the same direction. Okay? Further proof that now's the time to get in the door if you haven't already. Number 12. It's in limited supply and can't suffer from inflation. Okay, remember when we talked about the way conventional currencies lost their value because of the inflation? There's a simple reason why crypto doesn't. The supply is capped. This is written into the source code, okay, which states that there will be over 21 million Bitcoins produced. Currently, 18.5 million Bitcoins have been mined. Okay, they mine these coins. Quick explanation of it. Mining means when advanced computers crack complex math problems and unlocked the Bitcoin stored in the code. Okay, and even if the new Bitcoins are still getting mined, there's a limit on this. Okay, that's why it's a limited supply. Unlike with traditional money, when banks decide to print it, right? They print it by the truckload. With Bitcoin, the number of new coins released slows down every 4 years, meaning the supply is limited. Number 13, the price is dictated by the free market, okay? With traditional money, governments have lots of options for manipulating its value. We already mentioned printing new money, as well as they set the interest rates. The price of borrowing government money, which has ripple effect on the rest of the economy. But with crypto, none of this is set by a government. Instead, everything is controlled by the free market, or how people are willing to buy or sell it for. Okay? Number 14. It's an early stage and already disrupting it's an early stage and already disrupting the markets. How? Since Bitcoin was created in 2009, meaning the crypto is already over 10 years old. But now that's time that's really taken off, and the growth is to see over the next decades likely to be a whole lot more exciting than what we've seen up until now, okay? You could say that the stage, sorry about that. You could say that the stage we're in now is like the internet in the 90s. Okay. In fact, if you look at the numbers of the people who adopted cryptocurrencies over the last decade, looks a lot like the adoption of the internet back in the 90s, back during those times. Okay. Number 15. The big business is taking this seriously. Look at the list of companies that already accept payment in Bitcoin. Microsoft, AT&T, McDonald's, KFC, Subway, Virgin Galactic, Cheap Air, Gift, and 4chan. Okay? Another company that is adopting it is Norwegian Air, Twitch sports clubs like the Dallas Mavericks, Miami Dolphins, or Portuguese soccer club Benfica. Okay, those are some of the companies that are accepting Bitcoin seriously. Now that I've told you all of that, the reasons why you should want to invest in Bitcoin, that's all the proof that big businesses is taking crypto seriously, and so should you. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will have another part where I talk about cryptocurrency. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy it. Thank you. Bye.